wanted to do that with y'all. I want you messing everything up. And I got it up there. Okay. Why am I... Every time I come on here, look at the damn camera, that was sideways. It's always doing something stupid.
Oh, you.
Is it sideways on that side? I don't know what to do about that. That's crazy. Can it fix over there? It's always doing something like that. Take me when I go on. Hold out my Scarlet. What's up, Mary? After I fed you all the chicken, and I took you in the store, and now you just leave me. Just like a man. That's my little man, just leaving me. Come here, Mary. You stay with me. Whole Doc family. Y'all, this one is a little different. All right, take y'all through it a little bit. Oh, did she go to the bathroom? So, for those who don't know, Hodak everybody, Hodak means I see sourcing you and I offer you harmony. I'm daughter of Isikasi. And I carry an energy in my chest. Some of you know this and some of you don't. It's a very, very powerful energy. The only time I've ever... It's a snake on the roof. It's the second snake. That's the third snake. The man killed one in the land. The one we found in the yard that Mary had. And then that one. We look up the totem because it's steady coming to me. So... probably gonna have something to do with transformation or something. All right, y'all. So let me give y'all a little story behind it. When I was 18, I had my first girlfriend, and at 18 years old, a lot of my power was turned on. Like, I'm a seer. I can see things that a lot of people can't see. And I don't mean like ghosts. That I've been had that since I was a little girl. I mean like within you, in your life. When people lying, bullshit me, I see it. I'll see it and won't even say nothing. That you think you're doing what you're doing. Because it's a smart thing to do. I'm a seer though. I can see into people's lives. Like, my father would call me all the time if he lost something. He'll say, Angel, I lost my keys. And it's this thing, I don't know, this thing I could do. And I'll give him like 3 places that'll come to mind. And when like, Dad, look on the side, put your hand straight down on your keys. And like me, if I lose something, it's this thing that happens. I don't care where I lost it at. It could be 1,000 miles from me. My mind will go to it. I'm like, shit, I left it at the park, right on the bench, like that. I got this thing. That turned on when I was 18. Sometimes I can hear people's thoughts. Some people I can speak to telepathically. Like right now, I can meditate on somebody, especially if I exchange energy with them, and have them call me, and they'll call. You know, I could be working outside and be like, my phone just rang. Where your phone at? It's in the room, but somebody just called me. Sometimes I know exactly who it was. Different abilities. I can keep going. It's a mind reader thing I have too. So one of the things that turned on was this energy exchange. It exchanged between she and I. And that's what I think turned all the other abilities on. I didn't know what this was, what that energy was. You know, this is my first sex, like real sex with her. So I'm thinking that's what sex felt like. So she and I, she was more mature than me. And she had never felt it before, but I thought it was just coming from us, like something we just sat there and created. And we talked about that for years, like it was something we did. And we was together for 7 years. So it wasn't until around 23 or so, 22, because I was with her since I was 15. When she was 17, whatever. But I thought it was her, but when we broke up, and I, like say the first person that I was with after her, there was no energy, like between me and certain peoples. But then, later, I exchanged the energy with somebody else. And it was at that moment, I realized it was me. You know, so like the other person was more so just, what the fuck was that? It was like one of those. What did you just do to me? I don't know. What is that? I don't know. I only ever had it. It was one person, and I even when I talked about it like me. I called her Mousy, my first girlfriend. Me and Mousy created this because that's what I thought. I didn't understand that. Because after that, all of my powers turned on. A lot of powers turned on, and hers didn't. So we thought that gave me power and didn't give her power. But I learned later that it was me. My abilities turned on. So I've experimented with it. With the energy. You know, I've been with many women. Some women don't feel it at all. They have no idea what I'm talking about. Some women only get like a little glimpse of it. Like, if I kiss them, they'll pass out. I have to catch them like that. Ugh, I gotta hold them up and shit. Because if the energy come out of me. Some people are just receptive to me. I could talk to you on the phone and know if you're receptive. I can transfer the energy over the phone. I've had relationships with people over the phone and will make them release in the energy or just send the energy to this. I can transfer this over the phone. I've met people, like I did radio shows, and the lady, like, she reached out to me. I felt this energy come over me. I'm like, that's my sexual energy. I don't know how you got that. I met her doing a radio show, and she had an orgasm doing a radio show. She had received my energy. Anyway, I wasn't on display then. I didn't tell people about it because I didn't know what to tell you. I would only tell people as I meet people, or if I get a girlfriend, I have to give her a disclaimer. I have to explain this energy. But most people do the same thing. Yeah, I had a deep energy with my person too. Listen, it's not like that. It's not like that. We may levitate. We made this, we made that. You were going to feel, you may think. Somebody died for a few minutes. Different shit happens. They don't believe me. Then we get to them, and then they get all blown up, and then they get mad at me. Because when you leave me, it burns. Because I put something in you, in your solar plexus, and it's going to burn. And it's people that have been in the crazy hospital here in Arizona. A couple people that have been in and out the crazy hospital, like, what do you do to me? I mean, literally, a doctor from the crazy hospital called me and said, we have such and such here. said that you got this energy in you that did this to them. I said, I have no idea what you're talking about. She crazy than a motherfucker. That's why you got her. Just keep it, make her feel better. Just shit like that. I didn't know what it was. So, but what I did realize about it is I can't bring it up by myself. Everybody telling me what to do and what I should do and how I should do it. I can't bring it up by myself. I'm a deep meditator. I can use it though. I can use this energy, like right now, I can make it come through me. If I touch my dog, you can see the reaction on the dog. I do it for y'all all the time. They'll feel it. So I use it in Reiki. It's real Reiki. I ain't got to do all these symbols and shit. I just bring the energy out my soul and through my arm. The guardians taught me how to do that. And I heal with it. Like, y'all remember my dog Dewey? I kept her alive for 3 months on Reiki. Whenever she was just almost gone again, I was so drained. That's why I couldn't do lives and stuff then, because I was depleted. I had to go outside every day to get grounded to recharge, but she was taking so much of my life force. She was taking more than I was replenishing. All the way up till I had nothing left. When she died, I had nothing left. My sister dog, right, and I really have a really strong energy exchange with children and animals. So like my sister dog is in trouble now. His skin just laying on the bones on his face. I went there and I gave that dog a recharge. And I sat with him with water programs and Reiki. That dog was up and running like he was 5 again. And this was like a month and a half ago. He's still up and running. I done gave him 2 sessions. And it'll last on him for about a month or so. And then, you know, some is worse than others. My dog had to have it every day. I never did so much Reiki in my life. But anyway, so I can use it for that. I could bring the energy from me into animals, children, plants. Definitely my lover. I don't touch many people, but the people I touch, I put it through them. But then when I'm aroused, that energy becomes godlike. That's just how I can explain it. There's probably some people on this live looking at you that could tell you that, but probably wouldn't admit to what I'm talking about right now. Well, I have one in the car. Shit. Before Keffa was just my everything else, we was lovers in the beginning, and she was one of the people who received it really strongly. Like it used to bother her. And she would call me, especially in the beginning, when I put that energy in her. She could tell you herself she's sitting here. If you want to, say, yeah. She feel a little shy. I ain't gonna put you on camera, but just help me out here. Okay. Just a little bit, so they don't think I'm making shit up. Okay. I didn't need to put you on blast like that, but.
Oh, so
but
yeah.
It's better for it to just be random like that, because most of these people are witches watching it, so they can feel if that was organic or, you know what I mean?
Oh no.
If we made that up, was that premeditated and shit?
Oh no, it's definitely real. I would call from work because I would still feel it sometimes. It would last for days. Like I would feel it like in my sacral chakra area.
What did it feel like?
Like a tingling, almost like I don't know, almost like sensations constantly, like constant.
Like a wave of energy.
Yes, like yeah, that's the best way to. It's like a wave of energy.
And I have to ask her because I don't know what they feel.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, it's a lot to sometimes in a session. I'm in tears, literally. Not because I'm sad. No, it's just that feeling is just overwhelming.
I've never exchanged energy with anybody that hasn't cried. Sometimes, like, I mean, the cry just don't stop. I have to wait, like, because it overwhelms your body. You release from every cell in your body. something those people never felt before in their lives. I don't care what you think you know. People, that's a challenge. People always come, but yeah, because it was so deep, and we went to no. I don't care where y'all went. This shit is different than that. And then when I'm finished, they be like, that shit. What the fuck was that? You know, Frankenstein shit. But point, like she would carry it mostly. She would carry it for 3 days. And she would call from work crying, I can't take it, it's burning my solar plexus. I could put it in a person, like you could rest with me, and I could release it, and it'll come out of your back. Like I wouldn't be able to, you'd be so hot, I can't touch your back. This shit is real, it's unheard of, it's a phenomenon, it's phenomenal, and it's real, y'all. I never really knew, to today, what in the hell am I supposed to do with this? I can't bring it up on my own. And I always say that to people though. I've been saying it for years. She met me saying this. Love gives me wings. Because when I'm in love, I activate. And that power comes out of me. Like right now, I'm a dud. Because I don't have anybody to exchange with. It's just sleep. And I can, like I said, I can use it the other ways, but in that creation energy, I can't use it. It's just here. But I have proof of it because I have a lump in my chest that sticks out like this. I was visited by one of the guardians, Gabriel, who y'all call Gabriel. His true name is Nusku. Nusku came when the day that it happened. Like this, not the energy, but the lump in my chest happened September the 11th, 2011. I was touched by the blue Kachina that came through. You hear about the prophecy, the Native American prophecy about the blue and red Kachina, and that the blue Kachina will come close to Earth and pass energy to somebody. That was me. It's not just something I'm saying. And on that night, between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., I was having sex. And the energy that exchanged between me and that girl, the thing about it, it poured out me. I couldn't make it, it was like a movie. I couldn't make it stop. It poured out of me until it almost killed me. So I was laying there on the bed, like, it's a little graphic, but I have, if y'all don't mind. Y'all tell me y'all don't mind because some of this is sexual, but in order for me to get the story out. So if you don't mind, leave right now, or y'all want me to bring it down, tell me right now. I'm serious. Or I'm just speak freely. I'll wait. Give me 3 ones in the chat to go forward. Because I could change the subject. Give me 3 ones. What they saying, Kev? Help me out. From the bottom up. I'm trying to see. I just want to get clarity for this.
Okay. Bobby got a 1. Medusa got a 1. Keep going. Xena and Lecture says real adults.
So, I was on top. Like face to face, I'm on top. And I'm giving her energy into her solar. It took so much out of me. She was a blind girl too. Like she was mostly blind. She used to see, but she went blind. It's a whole other story. But so I poured this energy into her. I couldn't get myself off of her. I was a dud. I was just limp. She had to get from underneath of me, get herself from under me. And she's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I could barely talk. I could barely say to her, I don't have any energy left. I was like, it's killing me. So she started panicking. What should I do? Mind you, she was a slim girl. All of my energy poured into her. So now she's like super strong. Where she picked me up and flipped me around. It was like, oh my God, why am I so strong? Because bitch, you got my energy. Give me my shit back. She's like, what to do? So I told her to flip me back over on my stomach, lay on my back, and I walked her through a push cycle. And she pushed the energy back in me. But it only really replenished in my hands and my feet. But energy did come back to me. This was September the 11th, 2011. Mind you, September the 11th is her birthday. So that night was Saturday. I'm telling you, look, I bet you if you look up September the 11th, 2011, it was on a Saturday. So I mean Friday night we in session between 1 and 3 a.m. When I get up the next day, I went to sleep after that. Or the rest. When I get up the next day, excuse me, she is, I'm a little stronger. I'm just, just a little weak. Almost like you was drinking last night. I have all my energy back. But she was leaving because she had to go to, she was going to, what's that called where people go gamble on the East Coast?
Oh, casino?
What's it called? That big one? Something City? Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
She her and her mom date. It was on a Sunday, Atlantic City, September 11, 2011. They went to Atlantic City. So when she left, like I had this little lump in my chest, like a little feeling, like under here. You see, like mine right here. These are swollen right now. These are swollen. They swell at different times for different reasons, different spiritual reasons, physical reasons. Right now, I got a swole right here. I told you that's where it'll be replaced at your barythyroid gland. Anyway, you know that gland that's like under here? I could feel that in my chest. I'm like, what in the hell? And when I move it, it hurt. I called her. I'm like, babe, I got something in my chest. And she was like, I can't see it now, baby. When I come back home, because they was at the casino. When I come back home, I'll check it out. We might have to go to the doctors or something. So anyway, every day after that, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it first started that Sunday. Me and Kepper was outside in the yard cutting the tree down and mowing the lawn. And I was just like, I gotta go to sleep. And it happened for like about, I don't remember how many days, 7 maybe. At 3 o'clock every day, I would go to sleep until 8. I would get up, eat dinner, and go to sleep. Wake up the next day and do it all over again. That's how long it took me to get back to me. The angel Gabriel or Nuskul, I said, it's growing. I could feel it growing and it hurt. I'm like, something happened that night, babe. I'm going to the doctors tomorrow. So the next day I was going to go to the doctors to see what's going on in my solar plexus. I woke up about 5 a.m. with Nuskul at my window, in the room, but like right there at the window. At this moment, I didn't know who he was. I learned who he was later, with the tsunami that happened in Indonesia. But anyway, he was standing there and he was like, look out the window. He didn't speak. I got out the bed and I looked out the window and my car was gone. I had a little Mazda, gray Mazda with a drop top. My car was gone. And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna call the police. But I couldn't because I passed out. I walked back over to the bed, that same feeling that I get at 3 o'clock, I just passed out. When I went back to sleep or to rest, the guardians visited me, then he spoke to me. He said, let no man, he touched my solar plexus. He said, let no man touch it. But when they said no man, they specifically talking about doctors. Because he showed me people in white coats. Let no man touch it. When I woke up, it was about 9 o'clock. And I'm trying to, the dream, him just saying it, was he really at the window? I go to the window and my car is gone. I call. Mind you, I was supposed to be going to the doctors that day. I called the people I was buying my car from. No, I called the police. And the police said, they looked at the system and said, your car not stolen, it was repossessed. I said, by who? He said, the people you bought it from, they took the car. Called them. So I called him. I said, why you take my car? He said, you missed 2 payments. I said, I ain't never missed a fucking payment. What are you talking about? He said, you missed 2 payments. Let me get the books. Because I sent them to get it this morning. I saw it myself last night. I saw it this morning when they brought the car in. All this shit. And he went and got the paper. He said, oh my God, you didn't miss no payments. I said, I know I didn't. He said, I'm telling you, your paperwork said, listen, man, give me my fucking car. And he gave me 2 months free for taking my car. Because I made a noise. I had to go to the hospital. You stopped me, all this shit. So my car came back, but that was the guardian stopping me from going to the hospital. They moved my car. I'm trying to go too far because it's so much in there to take y'all through, but I just want to. What's the smell? That car just went by something? It's going away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that's important. I want to show you. Wait, so from there, this thing in my chest has just been growing. That little thing is about this big now. Like that. But, like when I first wake up in the AM, it's sticking. It's like it's alive. It's sitting up. But it don't like everybody. For whatever reason, certain people, and I thought at first that people change energy because Kefa, it will not let Kefa touch it. Kefa has never touched it in its full because when she comes, it goes under my rib. Like in real time. You can witness it. It'll leave. If she leave, it come back out. Certain people, I could just be like, look at this. Touch this. And it's shit like, what the fuck? They could feel it, go in and see how, oh my God, I don't know. So mind you, they told me never go to a white coat. I went to a white coat, I don't know, about 4 years ago, like when I stopped smoking, and they had to give me that steroid because of asphyxiation. But my saliva was killing me in my sleep. So while I was there, it was sticking out, this doctor, and I'm like, it's sticking way out. With this little doctor, she looked like a little something. And I was like, let me show you something. And I showed her. She was like, what is that? And I was like, do you really want to know? She was like, my God. And she touched it. She was like, and she was analyzing, what could this be? There's no glands here. There's no cartilage here. Right here, it's just that, and she going through it. And she said, what is this? And I told her where it come from. And she looked at me. She said, you have got to let me x-ray that. I said, it doesn't show up on x-ray. I've been to the hospital several times when I was smoking for bronchitis. They x-rayed me. And I would say, is there anything strange on here? Because mind you, the shit is any. He was like, no. What's in this area? Is everything in this area normal? They'd be like, yeah, I see, it doesn't show up. On x-ray, she was like, just, we don't have to let anybody know. It's a doctor, a real doctor. She said, we don't have to let anybody know. I told y'all this. Anybody remember this? Put a 1 in the chat. We don't have to let anybody know. I just want to see what it is. And then she left out the room. She came back and she looked at me. She said, never speak to anyone else about this. Traditional, she said. I said, what do you mean? Like, she said, a traditional doctor, do not ever speak to anyone about this again. I was like, the day that it happened, I went live. I came from the place, I talk about everything, and went live about it. I said, so what you mean, when you say traditional, what you mean, like go to a shaman or something like that? She said, yes. Don't ever go to the system. Don't ever tell anybody else about that. True story. This is a couple years ago, but I came on live when the shit happened. So, mind you, there's something in my chest. That something is steady growing in my chest. It doesn't show on x-ray. It moves when the fuck it want. And it happened, it was birthed September 11, 2011. Mind you, my energy, it was birthed out of my energy, by the way. Because the energy comes straight out of my soul. Like, when I'm aroused, it used to, when I'm aroused, when I have sex, if I'm exchanging energy, my entire kundalini opens up. And most people, when they talk about it, and they they know what that feel like, they don't. When you hear the elderly people say about your nature rise, that terminology did not come from being horny. It came from the nature rise. We call it kundalini because we speak in Indian. But the southern women called it the nature rising. They didn't talk about the nature rising men because men natures don't rise. Men have a snake, baby snake. Men have, and that was a rattle too. Men have to plug in to women to completely align their kundalini, or they have to do lots and lots and lots of spiral work. spiritual work in order to open up. Some come in and feminine energy is easier for them, actually. It's easier for a gay man because he's closer to the feminine energy than it is for straight men. You got to plug it into the source. But it's still harder for men than it is for women. Women don't have to come into it. Women are in it. He is the spiral of life. She don't have to come into that. So anyway, where was I? So, like when I'm aroused, my first and my sacral would just ignite. And then as I'm into it, it would rise to my solar. And once it gets to my solar is when I could put energy into the person or through the phone or where I have any electronic, whatever the fuck I want to do. Like I literally have blown transformer boxes. I was in a session outside. I was in a session in my house. And the energy came out of me. Like when I'm time to my release, I felt the explosion like a wave, like something you would see in the movie, like a wave shot up my body. I'm like, oh shit. And it went out my window and you just heard boom outside. My best friend was sleeping on my balcony. He came running in the house. Did y'all fucking feel that? And we just looking because it just came out of me. I was like, that shit just came out of my chest. He said, yo, a wave went through my fucking tent. We had all the commotion. We go out front. The people in the apartment building are all outside because the transformer box outside done blew the fuck up. And it got sparks, fire, and black smoke coming from it. Of course, I didn't tell him that came from me. I told Kim. That's what you were talking about earlier, Kim. Mm-hmm. I told Kim because she knew what I was. And her husband, Andy, a white couple. They were my not best, but they were really close friends of mine. So I told Kim that shit just came out of my apartment and what had happened. So we talked about the shit all night. I was in my RV. This is going to be a little explicit. I was in my RV with one of my chicks and I was having phone sex. I'm talking her through the shit. She talking me through the shit. We doing our shit. And I got in mode again. It's a mode. They all say my eyes get light, all kinds of shit. Kevin said I turned into a fucking alien. She kicked me out the bed. You remember that? She kicked me clean on the floor and I'm not lying. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing? She was like, what are you? She kicked my, I gotta turn around. We gotta get gas. Anyway, I know I'm going far, but this is important. So, where was I at?
In the RV.
I'm in the RV. And this time something happened. My mind, and this had happened before, where it saw my spirit. I don't know what to call it. I guess my spirit outline, and it was blue. I wasn't a being. I was just an outline of blue. And so was she. Yo, this is going to be... How to say this? Women would say an energy would come out of me into them as if it was an energy phallus. I don't have to touch it. It's real. That became a vine, but everything is outlined in blue. Everything's just blue, like. And as I built up, again, for the second time in my life, and this time it was here in Arizona, a couple years back, and the energy blew out of me again, and something went boom. I mean, it was an explosion again. I didn't know what it was. She was like, what the fuck was that noise? I said, I don't know. She said, I was like, it came out of my chest. She was, because mind you, whatever happened in my space, I transfer energy. It also blew her the fuck up. What the fuck did you just do to me, Seek? I don't know. I don't know what happened. We went in again. It happened again. I said, just stop. I'm done. I was like, no. That night, I wanted to use my lights in the RV, and it wouldn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. I checked everything. It just wouldn't work. I checked the extension cord that was going to it. The extension cord was fine. It wouldn't work. I took my RV that next day, whenever, to the RV spot and asked them, you know, like, what's going on with my joint? They checked it over. They said, your converter box blew. I said, what would make the converter box? He said, for what was wrong? And I was like, a fucking phone, a nut just cost me $500. Because that's how much it cost to fix my converter in my RV. $500. I was like, what kind of surge? He said, it had to be like a surge. It had to be, I was like, from extension cord. He was like, nah, this is something else. The way this shit burnt out. I blew the converter box. So that, all of that, it's the energy. Because that's what we're talking about today. It's the energy. And I could go on and on and on. I could talk to y'all till tomorrow about things that is happening in this. So that energy that turned on when I was 18, it's now become this lump in my chest. It's a part of it. You know, I had an old ex of mine to call me. She was half Chinese and half black. She called me and was like, when we was younger, she's like, I found you. I went through this, and I found your ass on social media. We had got to talk. Anyway, email, all that, we got to talk. She said, I've been trying to reach you. She said, she was married now. She had twins. Her children are twins. She was like, that shit you did to me when I was younger, I've been wanting to run into you my whole life. She said, because you can't do that to me now because I've been learning spiritually. I'm powerful. I'm this and that. And I just listened to her. Her name was Jamila. I said, Jamila, while you were growing, what do you think was happening to me? I said, I'm bigger than I was then. My shit is more powerful than I was then. You don't want this. And after I literally killed somebody, I'm just like, you don't want this. Like, I don't even play with it like that anymore. She was like, well, I'll pay for a hotel. Well, I just want to just be with you one time. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. With your husband shit all up in your system. I'm good. Nah, it's what it is. That really happened. But no, but what you did to me, I need to know if that's it's real. It's real, sis. If you traumatized by it, I apologize, but you know, I'm not doing it again. Because then you're gonna go for the next fucking 20 years trying to figure that shit out. This shit is real, man. It's not a goddamn game. So anyway, then I got a lot of people who just want to experiment with me, like to see if it can happen with me. I can meet you and know. I can just talk to you on the phone and know if you're open to me. My energy will start moving towards you. If not, you feel like a brick wall. That's what it feels like. So I don't need to do the experiment to know if you are one that's what I call that's receptive. I ain't got to do all of that. So anyway, so this energy, I never know what it's for. Let me stop right there. I never know what it's for. I'm trying to remember that. What they saying?
Okay.
Best drink ever, y'all. I made this watermelon. This watermelon was so sweet. I juiced it last night. Watermelon. I mean, a lot of ginger. Big piece of ginger. And 1 lemon and some cayenne pepper. You ain't never had nothing like it. Unless you had it. Go ahead.
King Adonis says, hold up. Bobby says, hold up. Scarlett says, Mary is so cute. Zen Electra says, hold up. Sika. Willie says, hold up. My Sika, my Kefa and family. King Adonis says, most projectors do it effortlessly. Zena says, oh, I like this combo already. My Aunt Ray says, hold up.
Hold up.
Ridley Goffey says, my. And Zena says, we adults. Bobby says, keep going. And Bobby says, 7 days. And Tony says, hey, y'all, peace and wounds. And Angelina says, hold up, family. And Tony says, I came in at the perfect time. Safe drive, ladies. Blessings.
Thank you,
Bobby
Tony.
says,
I'm gonna come see you soon, Tony.
Bobby says $500. And then Tony says, earth energy, very powerful. And then King Adonis says, I remember you sent it out in an old live. It was years ago.
Well, okay, so I forget where I was at. I just said it out loud too, so I don't forget. Anyway, I didn't know what it's for. So, you know, people tell me, well, you codependent. You are absolutely right. Because in order for me to bring up that that energy, that most powerful energy, because I can use it again different ways, but I can't do it by myself. I can't bring it up. And first and foremost, what in the hell would somebody have? Why would I be sent here on this planet and given that tool? Why do I have this? I didn't know, y'all. That's why I'm telling y'all the story so you can live it, so you can kind of feel it. Most of you call me fake, but for those who hear me, you could live somewhat what I've been living in and through. Imagine having something like that. People I done got so much from people like, I was unfair. I was unfair. Kappa told me that. Kappa told me years ago. What the fuck? Oh shit, he scared me. Kappa told me years ago. She said, you are not fair to us. She said to use that kind of power on us and then leave us and have us going through. I'm like, for you, it's like something like phenomenal, but to me, it's just how I live. It's not abnormal to me. It's abnormal when I haven't felt it in 6 years. Because the last person that I was with that was here for a long time, she wasn't a receiver. But I cared about her. But she wasn't a receiver. Like, she got glimpses of it. Like little glimpses. Like, she was one of, like I said, I would out randomly. She could be getting water from the dispenser, and I walk over and give her a kind of a passionate kiss, and she would faint shit. But it wouldn't last where it would grow. But then I can completely talk to just a sister on the phone, and we just talking and conversing about it, and she got a whole husband and she's fucking married, and the shit just hit her and she fucking orgasmed while she's on the phone with me. What the fuck are you doing to me? I don't know. It's growing, but I can't. You're pulling me. You're a puller. You're pulling it. I can't make it stop. Hang up. The fuck? That's what I can tell you to do. Hang up. We'll try to get another time. So, like, I have one sister that I talk to her. It just start growing. I hang up. We just got that relationship. Okay, bye. We feel it. She's like, you just calm it down. I can't. It's happening. Bye. All right, because I don't want her to flip out at work or. I know it should sound like corny, like it's lies. It's not, y'all. It's real. It's so real. And I just had to live with it, not knowing why I had this energy. I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to go around and have sex with everybody? I really thought that's what I had to do. Like, because that's the only, I could, mind you, it also gives people, unlock their abilities. Kefa, I've awakened 3 abilities in that girl. I told y'all this already. It's not a joke. Kefa will fuck your electronics up. Kefa fuck her own electronics up. Kefa can't walk into Dollar General if she's in a certain mood, because she's not controlling it. Kefa will walk into Dollar General and everybody's computer shut down. And I think some of them know you for it, don't they? They be like, oh shit, no Kev, and all this shit break down. She couldn't work at call centers. What you doing? They trying to fix it. They didn't know it was coming from her. They fixed the computers again. We ain't work today. Her whole fucking week she don't work. Her own phone, and she started experimenting, seeing that she can. When she was little, she used to speak to the dead. After we made it. Oh, she just talked to him. I told y'all Nipsey Hussle told her what happened. People don't believe us. He told her what happened to him. They comes in her room and just talk to her. She had to control it and make them stop coming to her. Like Whoopi Goldberg shit. The other power she had, if she was asleep and I was having sex with somebody, she could see it. She would tell me the next day, I saw you with Crystal last night. I saw you at the park on the bench. No, you didn't. I had to lie. I just started lying to her to make her think that wasn't real, so she would let it go, because now she can't pull it back up. But she could tell me she told me our conversations we was having. I remember the first time it ever happened, she was telling me about, I was with this one chick. I almost said her name. Y'all seen the chick before. Real pretty girl. Y'all seen her. I'm with this one chick, and Kepa appeared in the room. You want to see how it happened? With, remember, I think that's the first time it happened. No, not Thick Locks. Cutie Pie. What's her name? The other Cutie Pie. The one who burnt the house. Oh, don't say her name. You spoke the script.
I forgot.
Her. Well, anyway, when you first, I think she was the first one. You was floating over my bed and told me the situation. She told me what we was doing. I'm like, what? And then from there, she just kept telling me. The last person you told me was Crystal, the other Cutie Pie. You told me Crystal. I was like, I gotta fix this. So when she told me again, I was like, nope, not this. What's wrong with your shit? Not this time. We was doing such and such. And I kept doing it until she lost belief. And that's why she don't have that ability no more. My ex-wife, she's just a regular straight girl that I decided I'ma flip because I felt like it. And she was pretty as shit. She was black as the steering wheel, but she looked like a China doll. Black China doll. Everybody loved her. She was so beautiful, all that sideburn hair. She was just fucking gorgeous. And I'm like, I choose you. I flipped that girl out, and then she got the ability of dreaming. What she dreamed, but it wasn't just dreaming. What she dreamt will come to pass. She got the ability of foresight, y'all. And that's why I left her. Explain that. One dream she had, she saw my father. She said, I dreamt about your dad last night. He was laying on his back. All these people, like junkies, were standing around him. And he had these green lights coming out his hands that were shooting into their chest. I said, the green is healing. Why is my dad on his back? I got up. We went to my father's house. Y'all, when I opened the door to the vestibule, my dad was laying on the floor and crackheads were surrounding him, and my father was on crack. The crackheads were surrounding my dad, and he was spitting cash fucking knowledge to him. My dad was, we used to go there. I'm my daddy's daughter, and his daddy was spitting cash fucking knowledge, and he looked at me, he said, my angel. And I just started crying. I'm just bawling. And I'm like, what the fuck, Dad? I said, what the fuck are you doing? He said, baby, don't cry for me. He said, I'm on my back. He said, but when a man is on his back, he only got one way to look. And which way is that? I don't even want to play this game right now. He said, which way is that? I'm like, up. He said, I'm going to get up. He said, I'm going to ask you something I never asked you. He said, I know this is going to hurt you. He said, baby, I don't have no money. You see who around me? He said, I need a hit. And he said, I need you to give me $5. And I'm bawling. Like, no, Daddy. Dad, I'm one of those. I'm like, I'm about to cry now. I'm like, Daddy, no. I reached in my pocket and I gave it to him, but I grabbed his hand. I said, then if you want to get up, I was crying. I was like, get the fuck up now, Dad. Get up now. He said, my daughter here. I said, get up. Daddy got up. He got high and I watched him do it. He never took another shot. He never took another hit. After that $5, he said, I don't know what the fuck you put in that $5. He never took another hit. He got his life together. He moved. He owned a whole fleet of ice cream trucks. My dad got his shit together that day. But that was her ability. And if I'm talking too much, tell me, y'all want some more of this. She is one who died. She's the one I killed. I can't talk to her today. Her husband can't stand me. He never let her talk to me again. Only because he didn't have the power. You know, I got the power. He was like, we was in the mix. And I was down. But I wasn't touching. I was holding her thigh, by the thighs. I was just talking to her. I was in that mode. I was gone. And I can't explain the mode. It's the same thing like when I do a spirit dance. I just leave somewhere. And I was just talking to her. Come here, baby. You ready? Yeah. And it grew more and more intense, and I spoke to it and she exploded. But when she exploded, she just got still.
Yeah, back up. Something wrong with it, please.
She just went out there and broke that pump. The energy right now is up. She just went out there and broke the pump. There wasn't shit wrong with that pump. She just broke it. Hold on. What happened to it?
I don't know if it won't work.
Yeah, sure. Calm down. Bring it down. I'm telling y'all, she just broke that. It didn't break itself. So, where was I at? And she exploded and she got still, so I came up top. I laid on her. My head is in her hand. Her head is in my hand. I'm laying on her. I'm looking at her. I give her some sugar. She ain't acting right. I look at her. She's just not there. Like, what are you doing? I laid my head on her chest because she was feeling kind of weird. I laid my head on her chest. She had no heartbeat. I was like, ugh. It freaked me out. What's that? Oh, they work. Okay, we can go. I'm about to take you home. Shh. Her eyes, when I dropped her head, her eyes rolled out. Oh my God, I was dying. I said, what the fuck happened to you? She was like, all of these people was talking to her. There was like different people, different ages. You're dying, you're dying, you're dying. Black, white, Chinese, just all races. Like they was calling her home. But that happened with another woman too. She wasn't dying, but she met all those people too. And she died though, Miss Sheila. She died in the car accident. Right after that. They was like, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying. And I was like, girl, she had like 2 red lines in her eyes, like blood shots, that was spreading while I'm looking at her. I was like, you ugly as shit. Mind you, just a real pretty girl, China doll. She was ash, like ashy black. I said, Lisa, you don't look right. You don't look right. She just steady telling me the story, telling me how she was feeling. And as we're talking, I'm watching the lines retract. Her eyes just white. Her skin come back. But she got like a little glow. I said, how you feel now? She said, I feel rejuvenated, like I've been asleep for a long time, Angel. I just feel rejuvenated. And she died and came back. The girl died. I left her. We had a session. Put that energy in her chest. Fell asleep. One of them 6-hour ones. We went to sleep. She woke up. And she woke me up. She said, I just had this dream that it was hailing. We was in Baltimore. She said that it was hailing. She said, but the hail was tan. A tan color hail. So she's just sitting there talking to me about the dream, and we talking about the energy, and you know, and then we realize it's time to go pick the baby up. As soon as we step out the fucking house, it start hailing, a tan hail. That's how the energy affects her. So even when I'm not around her, the weird part about it, if I break up with him, the power stop. We get back together, it start again. So like if we together and I'm not home, she still got the power. She go to sleep, she dream. If I break up with her and I leave her, I leave the situation, the power stop. This is with all of them. This is with all of them. And I can take the energy back from them. This is the while I can do a ritual and pull the energy back into me. All this is important. So she dreamt. If you look at the video I did, Who's Dog by Secrecy, and what is the 7 principles, I tell a story about me going through that 40-day fast. After the 40 days, I was in Delaware when I did the fast. I called Lisa. We had broke up. We broke up for some time. But I would still go see the kids. After the 40 days, I went back. I called her, told her I wanted to see her. We went there. And she had a dream that these demonic children was running through the streets. And they came clawing at the door of the room we was in. And they was ripping. I was like, goodbye. I never, fuck, no, that's it. That we ain't supposed to be together. Mind you, we was already broke up. But we missed each other. We was talking. I was like, where you going? I said, home. Your shit come to pass. Ain't shit coming after me. And if it ain't here now, then it probably coming tomorrow. Peace. And I never was with her again. After 4 or 5 years, that was my, she all right? 4 or 5 years, that was my limit. Point. The energy gives them abilities. No, that's wrong. I don't think I give anybody anything. I think I unlock their abilities. It's like the movie 400 or something. I unlock their abilities. Like Promycin. My shit like Promycin. I'm gonna write a poem. My shit like Promycin. Y'all gotta see the movie 4400 and y'all know that Promycin unlock people. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Put a one in the chat. They unlock people abilities. But I promise you I'm not lying. Everybody that I exchange energy with got an ability, even if they don't realize it. Or they'll tell me later that they're doing something different, and I know my energy. I'll be like, that's my energy. It done woke up. It done woke that shit up in her. Mind you, all of this, I never knew what the energy was for. I only know it activated in sex. But come to realize it's more than sex. It activates in love. When I love, it activates. I was about to tell them something. Let me ask Captain. Alright, I had to be careful saying. Because it's all about the energy. This is what I'm trying to show y'all. This a lot. Should I tell them that? Cap? Anyway, so. Wait a minute. I don't know. I don't know if this happens to anybody else. I don't know. I'm going to leave that one alone. But. So, it would only happen in sex, and then I grew out of that to realize no, it only happens in love, because I can't just have sex like where y'all have sex. I have eugeration, I have energy exchange, and if energy exchange is not in it, it's almost like I don't know how to have sex. So like a one night stand, I can't do it, or if I just meet you for the day and we just gonna I can't. I don't know how. I'm a dud without the energy. When the energy is there, when I activate, I'm a god. Without activation, it don't feel right. I'm not aroused right. I feel like my shit ain't moving right. I'm awkward. You feel me? And of course I've been there with people who don't, and I'm awkward. Like some people just got a little glimpse in there. That's enough for me to activate a little bit. But if somebody all the way open to me, I'm boom. I'm an atom bomb. So I realized that it's in love. Again, when I said in the beginning, love gives me wings. I never truly understood what it meant. All of this to say, not last night, but the night before, one in the phone came knocking at my door. I turned up to let them hit me in the head with a rolling. Listen, How they go last night, the night before? Who came knocking at the door?
I don't know.
Can somebody tell me that how that riddle go? Last night, the night before, something came knocking at the door. I got up to let the men hit me in the head with a rolling pin. I remember that. Gen X. What was that about? Who came knocking at the door? So, why would I say knocking at the door? Anyway, I played too much. I done lost it. So, last night, not last night, but the night before is what happened. I went to bed, did 8 o'clock, meditated at 8. And from that meditation, I went into a deeper meditation and I spoke to the guardians. And I haven't spoke to them in a long time. Like, they'll speak to me, but I haven't spoken to them. So, everybody seems like they all right, or I should turn in?
Turn in.
Okay. So, I asked the guardians, I told them, like, you know, I'm talking to them about what's going on. It's a lot going on. I'm talking to them about these volcanoes because it's about to blow. Something's about to blow. Shit is shaking up. Japan had 10,000 earthquakes in one day. Y'all, I'm not, 1 month. They normally had 10,000 a year. They had 10,000 earthquakes in last month, y'all. The Ring of Fire has awakened in the Pacific, all over the place. So I'm talking to them about all of this. What do I need to do more? I know I have to do these water programs. I talked to them just about a lot. Me, I know what the fuck the energy was for. And now I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I definitely wasn't in Arizona. I was in some major city. The whole dream, I was being chased by this being was likened unto the devil. But I gotta take y'all back. Remember when I told y'all that energy blew out of my chest and blew the transformer box? In that same house, in that same week, I was in a meditation. And I was taken to like a laboratory. I was in like this laboratory on this table. But again, I was a blue outline. And there was another being with me that was a blue outline. Like nothing in the middle, nothing in there, just a blue outline. And I knew I'm me. And they were trying to make me with this being on this table, like a medical table. Like a sterile silver, like that. And when we came together, we just became one outline. You can't see, it was no separation, the lines mixed. Coming out of that meditation, mind you, I had a guy to come to my store to tell me the next day that it was him. I was asleep last night, and something came and took me out the house, and my house, something abducted me, and and you was there, but you was a blue outline, and I was a blue outline, and they was trying to mate us. Anyway, that's a true story. So Will told me that. Remember Will? Mm-hmm. Real cute, that real pretty boy.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he was supposed to be my husband after that. I was like, no, fuck, that shit happened over there. But listen, so you don't mean all that. When I came on, as I was coming out of this, I felt somebody physically on my body trying to have sex with me. Mind you, I go deep in meditation. When I come out all the way, when I tell y'all, the thing from Hellboy was in my house. But it looked like, you ever seen the movie Labyrinth? Pan's Labyrinth? From David Bowie? It looked more like that. That's a real creature. That thing was on top of me. And when I screamed, It got off of me. Come on. That wasn't a fart. That was my chair rolling back like that. Come on, baby. You gotta go pee-pee? Come on, Omi. Come on. Let's go. Come on. Come on, Papa. Come on, Demi. I know. Okay, let me hurry up. Let me move a little faster. Come on, Mama. Come on, Demi. Come on. Good girl. Don't jump. Jump on my grandbabies in there. Oh, nope. Go ahead. So, it got up and it spoke in a really horrible voice. And it said, we will have your womb before they have it. And I yelled some more. And it left out my front door, but it didn't open the door. It went straight out the front door. Instantly, my dog started throwing up. This puppy I had. It threw up three big piles on the floor. As soon as it went out the front door, and mind you, I gave that dog away that day to my boy down the street named Rodney, and the dog died the next day. As soon as it went out the front door, a knock came on the door. I opened the door up. It was my boy, I forget his name. He had just moved in the neighborhood. Like if you go out my front door, 50 feet to the right, across the alley, was his house. He just moved there. He always threw parties. He was wild. A dealer. Let Diesel back out, please. Thank you. He, keep out the paper. Get everybody. He went out the door, a knock, and I went to the door, and he yelled out, "Ange!" I opened the door, and he was standing. The odd thing about this guy, he was like 6'7". He was real tall. He was my homeboy. You can't see. The sun is blinding me, y'all. My homeboy. And I opened the door. He was like, "Let me in." I said, "What you mean, let you in?" Mind you, that was my homeboy. He was just coming in the house. I said, "What you mean, let you in?" He said, "Tell me I can come in, Angel." I said, "Get the fuck away from my house." I started casting his ass, saying all kind of shit to him. In the anger, he just left. I got dressed, and I walked down to his house. He was sitting on the porch. His name on the tip of my tongue. He was sitting on the porch, looking all dazed and... D! Take him in the house! Where's Diesel at? Where? Oh, up there. You said down there. I went there. He was sitting on his porch, looking spaced out. What's his name? We give it a T. I was like, "Yo, what's up with you?" I said, "Why you come?" He said, "I was at your house." I said, "Nigga, why you just came to my house? Why you was acting like that?" He was like, "Yo, I don't know what the fuck just happened." That thing had left and went into my boy and wanted me like a vampire. You gotta invite it in. It couldn't come in. Well, where the fuck did it come from in the first place? I don't know. But even though I could feel it, it was still in the spirit world because it went through the door without opening it. So my boy was obviously coming to see me, and it jumped in him, knocked on the door, and wanted to come in. I don't know what it was going to do to me. But I saw it in his eyes. Get the fuck away from my house. Because I know the thing just ran out. My boy, like, he don't know what just happened. He was like, "What happened?" He was like, "I don't know what the fuck I just did, y'all. I was drunk as shit last night." I was like, "No," and I told him what happened. I was like, "Something was just in you, but it was in my house." And my dog threw up. He was like, "Let me see." He came, the big 3 pounds of shit. I called Rodney from on the same block. Because Rodney liked that little dog. "Come get this dog." Rodney called me and I said, "Yo, that dog died last night." So, I know I'm talking y'all head off. How long I've been here? I didn't even get to the point. Are y'all still in for it? Exactly. Okay. Okay. So last night, the night before, Onion and the Pickle came knocking at my door. That's what it was, an onion and a pickle. Y'all remember that stupid shit? So he said, we will have your womb before them. Mind you, I'm still a virgin to this day. I'm 56. Just turned 56, I'm a virgin. I mean, like, women don't go in me. I mean, I'm a virgin like that. In this dream 2 nights ago, it wasn't the same Hellboy, man. Mind you, this was before the movie Hellboy came out. Years before it came out. I seen that thing. That's why when I saw it, I'm like, yo, that shit is real. It wasn't the Hellboy face, but it was the same energy. It was that same creature. I hadn't seen him in years since that day. And I'm like, it was after me. Him and like, it was like regular people. They all looked like regular people, but they were all not regular people. They had walk-ins in them. So, and mind you, it's a dream 2 nights ago. So they chased me all through everywhere. They finally catch up to me. I went up these stairs. Somebody was with me that I was running with the whole night. It was that spirit was in Obama too. I met Obama before he became president. I remember because Obama came out of nowhere. Nobody heard no name of that before that man came up there. But I had dreamt about him, and he was chasing me through the town in his limousine. And he told me that they're going to get me too. So they caught up with me. And they ripped my pants down on the right side of. Imagine if I just put my hand on top of your pants and pull it down. They said, see if she have the mark. They pulled it down. I have a birthmark right there. And they was like, yes, she has the mark. And then when I looked at it, my birthmark had turned to this ancient symbol. It was a symbol. I could still see it. I could draw some of it. And at the very top of it was a black bird. Almost like it's a tattoo. This ancient symbol. And on the top, it almost looked like the directional thing. And it had some kind of black bird. And he was like, it's her. He said, where's her twin? They was like, we didn't find it. He was like, find the twin. And these beings went out to find the twin. The next thing I know, you just felt like sending it right now, huh? Anyway, the next thing I know, I was standing, and this is so ironic because somebody the other day just said, where's Adrian? I was standing in front of Adrian. Remember, y'all know Adrian. She's out doing what she got to do right now. And I was standing, okay, mind you, this demonic being and its disciples was chasing me the whole dream. And do she have the mark? Find her. Find the twin. Then I was in front of Adrian with the guardians. The guardians was giving me specific instructions about her. To fix her such and such. And they said, the guardian said, find the mark. I called Adrian. I said, Adrian, I texted her, do you have a mark? Do you have a birthmark on you anywhere? If you do, send me pictures of it. Adrian sent me pictures of 2 birthmarks. And it matches my 2 birthmarks. Y'all, this shit cannot be made up. one on her foot. On my right foot, right here, under like the toes right here, I got a big mole right there. She got it on her left foot on the heel. On my right side, on my hip right here, I got my mother used to always talk about it. She said it looked like liver. She said when I was pregnant with you, I craved liver all the time. And on my back, I got a circle that looked like a chocolate chip cookie. It's a circle and it got specks in it, like moles in it. And my older sister got it on her breast. Her whole breast is like that. It's got them speckled moles. I just got a speck on a spot on my back about this big, and it got moles all in it. It's dark. My spot, I'm light, and right here I got a dark liver on my right here. Adrian on her left side on her chest, under here, she got a white one because she dark skinned and hers is white. She got my mole and my dad. Mind you, I don't fucking know that. They said to get up and find a mark. Listen. The disagreeable, when they found me, they told me. They wasn't talking to me. They would talk about me a lot, like I'm not standing there. They would talk about me in front of me. And they were saying that if Adrian and I, the twin, they wanted us separate, that if we didn't come together, that the energy that they was going to use it to harm humanity. When at the end, when I was flipped she was in front of me, and a guardian was showing me to find the mark. It was showing me that if Adrian and I come together in love, then the thing in my chest will heal humanity. Like, I can't even, like, I have to make the water programs. All the stuff that I'm doing in front of me. I just learned that the energy is here through humanity. That's why nobody else has it. That's why it levitates people. It's a fucking movie. Y'all looking at a movie. That's why I can't do it by myself. But listen, Lindas. Listen to this. I made a movie. Long in my early 20s, I made this movie. But because I felt this thing my whole life, like, even 15, I felt it. When I met my first girlfriend, they used to call us twins. I thought it was her. Look at the numbers, 333. I thought it was her. And I just dream about all the time. It's a person on the planet that had something. They had something and I had something, and we had to put it together. I got to take y'all this. If y'all feel like hearing some more, I got to take y'all to this real quick. How about I'm hot? And I'm not rolling the windows down. I don't want no mosquitoes coming here. I think I'm about to go through menopause because lately I've been feeling like this kind of internal heat that's new to me. I have it a little bit right now. It might be my time. I just turned 56. And that's late because they say I will go through menopause late because I haven't had sex. So I would go through it late. 56 is late because all of my sisters, they started in their 40s and stuff. Yes, with you. What that mean? Okay, so, damn, where was I at? This is important right here. I always felt like somebody on earth have something else. I wrote 2 movies about it. One movie I wrote called Time Travelers. And the person had a piece that they go into my belt and it click and it would take us places. The next movie I wrote, this is how it ended. These 2 girls was from, and this movie started with me about 16. Like, it's in my head. It's just written in my head. I was 16, and these 2 girls was from 2 different sides of the world. One of them was me in Baltimore. Old thugged out bitch. And then this other girl from a different culture. Just different shit about her. But anyway, it ended with, they finally come and they find each other in the desert. Because mind you, this wasn't just a movie I wrote. It was a dream. I would dream it all the time. They would come together in the desert. I'm in Arizona. I'm not from Arizona. They would come together in the desert, and they would be speaking to the multitude, and they had on all white, and everybody, hey April, hold on April, everybody in that was watching them, also, or us, had on all white, but it was one guy in the crowd. He was jet black. He was the color of my scarf. But he had, mind you, somebody this complexion with a white thing on him. He was watching. He was pure evil. He was there to stop it. And he had the same energy of the thing with the horns. He had the same energy of the beings that was with us with me 2 nights ago. That devil. But he was in this dream. It was a recurring dream. We both wore these stone necklaces. When, mind you, I grew up to have to mine the stones from Arkansas. And that wasn't something that was, oh man. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, can you hear me? I want to talk to you about that. I'm on live right now. Okay? I'll call you as soon as I get off. Okay, thank you. I just spoke her up. I just talked about her. I ain't gonna say which one of them, but I was like, don't say her name. I told you if I call somebody, remember I just said that? That person I just talked about Kepha seeing us. Anyway, y'all get it. So, we were in the desert, and that man was coming to take us out. Our stone, once we got there and we were speaking to the people because we were healers. So once we were speaking to the people, our love activated. When the love activated, the stones on our necks started glowing. We didn't fall in love until that moment. Like, we didn't say it. We loved each other, but we wouldn't say, you know what I mean? We wouldn't deal with that. We were just dealing with the healing that we was doing. This is since I was 16. In the moment while we was there, and we talking, I'm speaking to the crowd. She's with me on my left. And I looked at her, like, it was just like at its peak, the love that we have for each other just activated. And by look, we let each other know that it was there, and our necklaces started to glow. When the next started to glow, they picked up and started pulling toward each other. I grabbed mine, his Lausitas. She grabbed hers, and we put it together. When we put those stones together, the ship, it was a ship whole time in the sky, that 2 pieces of it came together and activated, and then the guardians came to earth. Mind you, I wind up in the desert. I got a land that got a spaceship. I keep telling y'all, it's a ship sitting over the land. You got to come here and see it. Come on, Zen, when you get here. It's a ship sitting over the land. I see it whenever I go to sleep on the land. They come out, they talk to me, they tell me things I got to do. I see the ship when I go to sleep. All the clouds move. The only time anything ever happened different with that goddamn ship is when Adrian came here. We went to the land, and it followed us home. First time it ever moved or anything. Should have known then. It followed us home. It was like a big dark blue spot. Huge though. Dark blue spot. It never moves. It's like it's broke. It sits over the land. It tells me things I gotta do. It tells me rituals I gotta do. They come off. They tell me, they the ones who told me we had 643 days. It came off that ship, which was marked by his impeachment. It came off that ship. Adrian and I went to the land. We had been other times, but this particular time, I'm telling her, like, it was apparent. You could see them. Look, they here. She was like, oh, I see that. Look over there. Look. Oh, I see. So we into that. I promise y'all, we start moving off the land. It followed us all the way to this spot. Stayed for a while and left. It's sitting over the land. That day I went to the land recently, y'all was online with me, it was there. It stays there. It sits on the land. I don't know if it's broke. I don't know if that had anything to do with the dream from when I was 16 years old. And I've been carrying that. I've been carrying that all this time. The dream, like I talk about I call it my movie. But I'm starting to realize it's not just a movie. It's the two things. So it's not like what Adrian has. Okay, I carry it. This thing that I've been carrying all this time that only activated in sex. Why did it didn't activate in sex? It activated in love. Remember I told y'all I learned later that it's love that this shit is activating in. I've been came to terms with that in a couple years now. That it activates when I'm in love. But it's never activated to full potential. Example. The last person that activated with, how long ago she was here? Like about 3 years ago, 4 years. That's how long it's been since I've been in energy. It activated with her. I got something else to tell y'all too. It activated with her, right? The shit is so intense. She and I will go into an embrace. Like say we kissing, right? We will go into an embrace. Energy going fucking crazy. We come out of it 30 minutes later, but the clock said 3 hours. 3 hours. Like we was like, wait, it was almost 8 o'clock. How's it 11:30? Like that. You lose time like this. When the energy is activated, you lose time. Hold on for a minute. Answer your phone for a minute. All right, K baby. You got erased. Something of yours got erased by mistake. She said she didn't mean to do that. She said she saw you put it back in there. Anyway, let me tell y'all some wild shit, and then I'm gonna go. Cause I tell you I can do this forever, and every goddamn word I say to you will be true. When Adrian and I met, we met just from. We met from. She wanted consultation. She was one of the ones that I created the personal journey for. I tell you about the 12 clients that I had at one time. She was, I think, the first one. This is November of 21. So she came through, and then I do a FaceTime with the clients, you know, to get the information and stuff. So we was doing an intake, and during the intake, love you too. During the intake, energy exchange. We was on Instagram Live, Instagram phone shit. Energy exchange between us right there. When it happened, it hit my chest. I wasn't gonna say nothing to her. I just looked at it, and I wouldn't look in her eyes no more. I would just lower my gaze. I was like, what the fuck was that? So I would just lower my gaze, and I was talking to her like this, like, but I know what I'm feeling, so I'm just, So I said, okay, then we'll talk later. I wouldn't lock with her no more. Okay, we'll talk later, When I hung up the phone, I told y'all, when the energy is exchanged with somebody, when you separate the energy, it hurts really bad. Like, it's some shit you never felt is enough to send people to the crazy hospital. Like, because they want to get released from the pain. I don't know what they talk about. What they talking about when they say how bad it hurts. It doesn't, I don't feel that. I feel the pain. I don't feel what they described, though. When Adrian hung up the phone, my shit went into a pain. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Well, I'm in feet. I just laid down for a minute. What the fuck? We corresponded through the week. I needed information for. I wouldn't even call her no more. I didn't know the fuck was that. I just would correspond with her. After about 7-8 days, I texted, Miss, can I talk to you for a minute? I always call her Miss. To this day. Miss, can I talk to you for a minute? She was like, yeah. I called her. I said, look, are you going through anything? Are you good? She was like, yeah, I see. Are you going through anything in reference to me? She said, I've been crying since the day I met you. I said, oh my God. Something like my heart hurt. Like it felt like I broke up from you. The energy with Adrian and I happened in reverse. When I meet somebody, it's like the sun comes out. Like if somebody that's receptive to my energy, if we in there, from the moment that I exchange energy with her, if it's something you can't explain, you just have to know. Sorry. But then when that energy, that's why I don't like exchange energy with people, because the day that it separates, the pain is going to start, and it could last for a month, 3 months. It's just not a good shit. And theirs is even worse. With her, I had a pain in my chest. I just met you, chick. I ain't loved you. I ain't do nothing. I didn't look at you like that. I wasn't even attracted to her. And Adrian has beauty. She's beautiful. I didn't see it though. Because when she sent me the initial picture of her, I don't know why I saw like, and when I look back at it later, that's not what it was. I was showing the picture all the time and make her laugh, but I saw like a little military man. She had a little military jacket, like somebody who crawled under the fence and some shit. Just her locks was, I didn't see it. When I was talking to her, I was seriously into my work. I don't do all that. But when the energy exchange, I wouldn't even look at her no more. Like, nah, she ain't gonna say I did that. Like, yo, I'm trying to get healing from seeking. I ain't do shit. I just lowered my gaze. But it happened in reverse. The pain. Careful, we forgot to give the lady the chimes. The pain. It was like when I break up with somebody, but worse. Like I was going to die. I'm telling you, this is so real. It's other people, other supporters that I've talked to about this. If they in here, they can speak up and say, yeah, she talked to me about it. I ain't gonna mention no names. I felt like I was gonna die. Like absolutely die. But mind you, she and I can't exchange energy. The only way energy happens with us is if we get in a tiff and we want to separate us. Not like girls or nothing, just want to separate us. The energy comes in and make us both feel like we fucking dying, so it won't let us separate. But I finally broke it. Because I ain't never felt nothing like that in my life. I didn't want to feel nothing like that. I don't know why it happened with somebody I don't know. Not somebody I was getting with. And why did it happen in reverse? Why did it happen not? Why did it happen not? Why am I in pain like I just broke up with you? When nothing's happening. Like I don't even know you. But I feel like I broke up, and so whatever we talk, it all go away. If we start moving away from each other, like with her, she just dropped dead. Meaning she can't work. She can't think. She get dizzy. With me, my chest gets so tight, I don't have no air. And we've been dealing with this shit for 3 years and don't know why. Until the other night. Because she's my twin. See, I didn't know nothing about the word twin until that one person that was here said that she and I was twin flames, and I started looking it up. But everything about the twin flame shit is happening with Adrian. Somebody asked, I'm like, wow, Adrian. Adrian was here because the Guardians told me to get that lady from where she was. She wasn't like homeless or nothing. She was good. But it said to move her from that place. And they constantly come in my dreams and talk to me about this. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do with her. I want you to just take this shit out my chest. That's all I know. That's all I cared about. It's not feeling like this. I did what I needed to do where it doesn't feel like that. But now I understand that Adrian, this is so wild shit, but I'm going to share this publicly. That lady has to activate me. See, I can get activated with anybody that's receptive to me. But it won't turn the energy into a healing agent. It has to be the person with the other piece of something. It has to be the person that was marked. And she's marked. And I'm marked. We both have the mark. And the crazy part, I called and I was like, that's not a birthmark. My mother always talked to me about I'm not saying that it didn't happen at birth. I'm saying we were marked at birth. You were marked. She's older than me too, by the way. You were marked and I was marked. And mind you, when we talk about our life, we've been crossing paths. Like the two girls from my dream, from my movie. We've been crossing paths. She's been living right there beside me in Baltimore. I didn't know it. I was living in her hometown for 3 years, growing up out there homeless. I went to where I went. I can say that part, Jersey. I lived in Trenton, New Jersey. She was in Trenton, New Jersey. So when we talk about our life, we was with each other like a lot, but didn't know it. Y'all, the shit is wild. My point to this live today is the thing in my chest that the doctor told me to never let no other doctor see. That has been awakening people's abilities. It was never about sex. It was about love. Love had to activate me. Even watch my creation. If Adrian and I do this, and we are a couple now, from yesterday, we talked about, like, what the fuck is this? That's enough to scare the shit out you, you know? You got the mark and I got the mark. Okay, but it ain't friendship. Friendship is not going to activate me. That ain't going to do it. I don't look at my friends like that. So we talked about it. Let's try and do this. That's all bullshit. That ain't going to happen like that. So we're a mated pair because we've been ordained to be. It's a holy union. It's just beyond man. And most of what I'm fucking sitting here talking about is just beyond man's comprehension. But it's real. So whatever we're supposed to do, I don't know where to go. I just know I'm willing to do what I'm supposed to do. Y'all don't even understand. I was coming on here to do almost like a dating game. Not today. I was yesterday. Before all of this. I was going to come live because, remember, I was like, one of the things I wanted for myself was marriage. And I was like, I can't activate unless I'm with somebody who's receptive. And I was going to tell y'all about it, and I was going to open myself up. Like, because a lot of people, y'all hit on me or whatever, but I'm not because I was with anybody. It was just no. But I was going to publicly open myself up to see who want to date me. Like, see, we want to play or whatever. Only if the energy, if you're receptive to me, then I was willing to do this just so I could activate, because I can't activate by myself. I'm telling y'all, I'm codependent. The energy is codependent. I can use my energy. I can't turn on that creation energy without the love energy. And I don't care how much love. Once I'm attached to somebody, though, I can think of them and have a full-blown explosion without no touch, without no nothing, because the energy will just activate. It's that goddamn powerful. It is real. I know it sounds to some of you, whatever, that I ain't talking to you. But those who feel what I'm saying, this energy is here to help us. I didn't know what it was for until 2 nights ago. But if Adrian and I don't do what's righteous by each other, then we can hurt people with this energy. Other beings, just like the beings that speak to me, that y'all know is real, other beings will take a hold of this energy. They constantly tell me they will have it before the agreeables have it. I never know what none of it meant, y'all, till now. I didn't get it. I didn't even get that I had to be activated. But I knew I just called it eugeration. That's what it's called. It's an ancient word for energy. It's an ancient word for the exchange of energy. And I knew not many people on the planet have eugeration. I know monks. I've spoken to monks, don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, meaning they have never felt it, but they say what you're describing is what they aspire. I didn't do nothing for it. I came to the planet with it. And it's that real. And that's where I'm at. And that's my talk for today. I know it was a lot. I know some of you don't believe me at all, but I know some of you do. Let me read some comments, and then I gotta go because it's passing my eating time. I want a couple bites. Sacred Union, yeah. Who said Easter? Ah, man, you don't forget shit. That's my man's. That's exactly what it is. It's Easter. It makes so much sense, doesn't it? An ordained union, divine. I feel this. I feel it too. I'm full of tears right now. I've cried all yesterday. I've been crying the whole time. Wow. Now, Willie, my soul hurts. Why? Okay. Can we see it on live, literally? What, April? What you want to see? The thing in my chest? If that's what you was talking about, you want to see the thing in my chest? I'm not going to see and pull my shirt up. Y'all don't see my body like that. But I can show it to you. Hold on. You're welcome, Zena. April, if you're talking about the thing in my chest, then go to my community post and just scroll. Scroll down my community post and you'll see. When you first look at it, you don't know what you're looking at. But it's me laying on my back and you see the mound on my chest and it got a green circle around it so you can see it. It's a lump. That's what was birthed. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about, though. Can you see live? Maybe you're talking about something else. Help me out. Wow. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? It's real. I don't know what to come out of this. I know y'all in my life for a reason. I ain't talking about the naysayers. They just stupid. Like they don't listen. They just want something to talk about. And I know I gave this controversy. I gave them something to talk about today. But for those who have an ear, hear what the Spirit says to the churches. You're the church. Hear what I'm saying to you. I was given something for us. A lot of you already know what I'm talking about. That's why you're here. You know that these guardians has given us water programs, and what the water programs has done, and sent you to the bathroom for days, and knocked the C word out you, and all kind of stuff. It's out of this world. But guess what? I just found out. If I would have created the water programs, oh, y'all, there's a quail. Here come. There's a quail on my roof. I've never seen that. I need to look up quail, and you never see quails up high. Quails run up and down the road. I didn't even know they fly like that. Just a quail on my roof. That's the ones with the little spin thing, like they so sophisticated. Damn, it knocked the words out of my mind, out of my head. But it's something Adrian and I have to do for humanity. And it can go either way really big. It can go this way really bad or this way really good. It's up to us. It's up to us to do what we're supposed to do. So, y'all see her soon. But y'all tell me what y'all think of the union. And don't be shy on this one, y'all, because like I'm flabbergasted. I'm overwhelmed. I'm gonna go, but it's so heavy to know something like this, and then for them to say in a fucking dream, this person is your twin. And y'all are responsible for lives. You've been given that energy for this purpose. Look for the mark. And we both have a mark on us. And no, the mark is not a birthmark. It's a fucking alien technology or some shit. It's crazy. I'm gonna try to draw the symbol tonight. I can't. It's like got dots, almost like a pitchfork, but like a handle with a thin handle, and then a circle, almost like it could be a planet. It looked like a direction, and then on the top, almost looked like the nautical thing with the pitchfork, and then a black bird on the top of it. Because when he said, look at the mark, and he snatched my pants down, because they had me, it was holding me. He snatched my pants. I was looking for my birthmark. But instantly, the birthmark just changed to the symbol. And he was like, she had it. Like, underneath of that, like, it was placed there. Where's her twin? Find her. Like, right now, they're out looking for her. It was so real. And for her to have the mark, it's no joke. We're not protected away from each other. They're looking for her. Hold on. Hey, Mike. It's an old Chinese lady that lived next door, and I've been seeing her here for years. We don't talk or nothing, and something just hit me recently. I just bought her some chimes, and I didn't know how she's gonna take it. Oh, thank you! Like, she just fucked her up. She got a big one coming. She don't even know I got her a big one. So anyway, I mean, but these are the kind of stories we're hearing in the end days. Like, people talk about power and magic. It's happening in real time right here, right now. It's not a game. I got an egg in my chest. It was created September 11, 2011. It's real. I have energy that I can exchange. And I have many, many witnesses. It's not just something I'm talking about. Many witnesses. Some of you on here exchanged energy with me. So you know. I had one whole phase in my life that it was only married women. I'm telling you, this is a while ago. Only married women would call me. Like, they would call me. And I heard about that. You talking about that energy. Look on my channel. Way back in the day, I did a video called Pussy Magic. Talking about this. I think it's when I first kind of debuted about the energy. And there was just married women that was interested in me. They would call and they were like, and I ain't had shit else to do. They would be like, I want to know if you're telling the truth. Can you exchange with me? And I'll take them through say a couple words, do this. Oh yeah, you open to me. Can I see? And I would take them through it. And then there you have it. And then no. And then I got mad that the video's still on my page. I got mad. Like, why the fuck they just using me for my energy? And then did a video. I ain't giving y'all no more energy. Crazy shit. A few people exchange energy with me, and I was just doing it because I can. All I gotta do, like, love. I love everything. Personally, I love everything. The same. I don't love the bird different than I love my mom. That's how I'm made. I don't see a difference in that love. Like, what y'all call in love is me choosing you. Like, I favor you above the rest. I want to be with you like this. I want to, and then I don't. And then I just love you. Once that's over, like I love everything else. Ain't no difference. And people can say it is. But anyway, I'm just talking now. I'm gone. That was my message for today. I'm a little bit hungry, so it's 7 o'clock, way past my time, but I'm gonna take a couple bites. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Y'all have anything to say about it even after this? I'm open right now. What y'all felt from this? There's some deep shit, I know. But it's real. It's what it is. Hodak Deye. His love, Satasha.